Government Association of Albertville High School would like to welcome you to McCord Field at Aggie Stadium into the 2022 homecoming festivities. On behalf of the Student Government Association of Albertville High School, we would like to thank all the students and families who helped make homecoming week successful. We had a wonderful parade with amazing floats. The winners of the float competition are second place, the freshman class.
No way! We're first place!
And the winner of the 2022 Homecoming Float Competition, the sophomore class. The homecoming court is composed of 4 girls and 4 boys.
Hey folks, Tim Witt at Sand Mountain Toyota. Our goal is to be Sand Mountain's pre-owned vehicle destination. We strive to keep vehicles for every budget, and all of our vehicles go through a strict multi-point inspection by our award-winning service department. And don't forget, we're paying top dollar for your vehicle. We want to buy your vehicle. Sand Mountain Toyota, Highway 431 Albertville, or sandmountaintoyota.com.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Who's coming on the blitz? If our quarterbacks are able to read that, tell the receivers to go exactly where the blitzer came from and throw a hot route to them. Now, with them having a big offensive line, they like to zone block, which means the offensive line is going to run their tracks. Tonight, the Albertville Aggie defensive front has got to eat up those offensive linemen and eat those blocks. Keep them off of those zone tracks. That will allow the Albertville linebacking core, which I think is the strength of our defense, to be able to flow and make those tackles. Barry, if the Albertville defense can eat those guys up and eat those blockers up, and the
Let me ask you, you and Jink here, you both went to school at Albertville. Homecoming, how special is it for you tonight, Chris? How many years have it been, 50 since you've been out? Not quite that many, right?
No, about
gosh, how long has it been?
about 32, actually.
Yeah.
Has it been 32
Yeah.
years? Holy moly, we're getting old.
We want the ball. You want the ball? Which end of the field do y'all want to pick?
We graduated the same.
The starting quarterback row along with Reese Knight a couple of weeks ago. But now, like Coach Inglis said, they both had a chance to take a breather, take about almost 2 weeks, and just settle down and just become more comfortable with the offense.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So Hayden Howard, he gets thrown into the fire. Even though he's a senior, not played a ton of quarterback. Bit more, but you've also got several younger guys we were talking about earlier before we went on the air, you know, that's been baptized by fire this year. You got Des Revolte. I'm right in front of the band. Sorry, guys. You got Des Revolte, number 4, is a freshman. He's played a lot of return guy. He's a one of the starting defensive backs. You know, he started from day one. You got a guy like Jaden Suter, the 10th grade running back. He's
uniform look tonight.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the black jerseys, guys. I don't remember if we've seen those.
They have a new combination. It's the black jerseys, red pants, black trim, then the black helmets. So similar to remember many years ago, the Atlanta Falcons would wear combinations like.
Been out 20 years. And then also one more thing, congratulations to Torrey Croft, and he's had his first baby.
Wow.
Baby boy. I don't know if that was today. He sent out the text earlier today, so congratulations, Coach Croft.
All right, we're set to go. Huntsville, Albertville region game kickoff. Huntsville kickoff. Good kick, deep kick, returnable. And here we go, 10 to the 15-yard line. To the 20, slips down around the 18-yard line. Try to stop and make a cut. Connor Lowry with the return, but I like that. He just simply went straight up the middle, Chris.
Yeah, it was open, too, there for a few minutes, just a few seconds, but it was open.
Not sure what happened. He tried to stop and cut, and we're on turf, and no rain in quite a while. Still slipped down close to the 20-yard line. That's where the Aggies will start. And like Coach Inglis said, we're going to see probably the biggest offensive line, defensive line combination we've seen all year on a Huntsville team. And looking at the D-line, I see exactly what he's talking about. Man, big 96, that guy's a monster. Both defensive ends are.
Man.
So here comes the Aggies. Hayden ready to go. First down and 10. Hayden Howard out of the gun, went back beside him, 4 receivers. Man in motion. Hands off to Lowry, looks for a block, tries to cut the corner, stops, cuts back. Nowhere to go but backwards, a loss of a yard. John, we talk about speed of this Huntsville team. They showed it perfectly right there.
Yeah, just a great job of them flowing here along the near boundary. They brought a wide receiver from trips on the far side across the formation for the underneath handoff. He came to the near side, and number 6, Alex Husky, junior defensive back, sniffs that one out, able to fly up and tackle the Albertville Aggie running back for a loss of a yard.
Second down at about 10.5, we'll call it. 2 men wide right side, 2 to the left. In the backfield, is that Evan Jordan, I think, is checked in, getting the start in the backfield. A little more speed there. Hayden Howard out of the gun. Second down, about 11, we'll call it. He'll turn, hands off to Jordan up the middle. Nowhere to go. Right to the middle of the line. He has dropped line of scrimmage, no gain. Third down and 10.
Just a great job there. The offense, they were trying to just do an underneath handoff once again, just straight up the gut in an old power play. But, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, number 90 for Huntsville is Tyrek Hinton. He's 270 pounds. And then number 96 is beside him is 250 pounds. And those guys are not, just weren't moved, Barry, and literally allowed the defensive ends off the edge to get into the backfield. Loss of another yard.
Third down, 11. Cooper Colvin wide right side. Lowry, Smith wide left. Third down, 11. They're showing blitz. Here comes about 6 Huntsville players. Drop backs to pass. Throws. Got his man out of the backfield. He has dropped. Havis at the 15-yard line. A loss of 3. He was there. Simple one-on-one open field tackle. Dropped him. Fourth down and long coming up for the Aggies.
They brought the 2 receivers on the far boundary, brought them on crossing routes, Barry. And what they were trying to do is they were trying to get Havis out of the backfield and get him on one-to-one coverage versus a linebacker. Unfortunately for him, his responsibility fell to number 15, Malik Woods, an all-state linebacker transferring in from Gadsden City. And Barry, he hit him immediately as he caught the football.
Mateo will kick it away. Here's a snap, high kick, short kick, returnable. Takes a Huntsville bounce back upfield to the 30-yard line. That's where the Aggies will down the ball, 30-yard line. So Huntsville, explosive team, and they have the ball on their 30-yard line, Chris.
Wow.
That's like Coach Inglis said, we've got to win the little wars, get a couple of first downs, flip the field some. We can't give them 30, 35, 40-yard drives. It's going to be over in a hurry if we do that.
That's right.
So 30-yard line, here come the Panthers with that huge offensive line. Wow.
Yeah, an offensive line, Barry, that averages about 6'3", 270 pounds across the front.
Jax McClung, the quarterback, tall young man, 6'2", 160, the junior, drops back, looks left side, pressure's coming, rolls to his left, gonna have to run with it, 30. Henderson slams him out of bounds. Great job of the Aggie defense. How about the secondary there, Keith? Nobody open downfield.
Yeah, that's what you call a coverage sack. Everybody covered up downfield. Great job, not by the only by the secondary, but by the linebackers, the outside linebackers doing a good job getting in their drops. Hey, we got after the quarterback right there a little bit.
No gain, second down and 10. Sitting on our 30-yard line. Early first quarter, Huntsville with the ball. Aggies had 3 plays and punt. McClung turns, hands off, up the middle. 30, 29, 28, 27-yard line. The middle of the Aggie defense. First Aggie there that I saw was Reed Kitchens making the tackle. It's going to be a gain of 3, third down 7.
Yeah, just a few moments ago we talked about the 2 interior defensive tackles of Huntsville able to stalemate the offensive line of Albertville. Great job there by Ramirez and Slayton doing the same thing. Kitchens able to come down the line of scrimmage and make a tackle. Upcoming third down.
McClung drops back. Pressure's coming. Havis is after him, chasing, throws. Almost picked off by Henderson at the 20-yard line. How about Havis? Shot out of there like coming out of a gun. Almost had a sack about 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Boy, and that's a great stop right now. Depending on what Coach Freeman wants to do. Now, during warm-ups, Barry, we had a chance to watch their field goal kicker. He was able to get them in from this distance. We'll see if Coach Freeman, he's kind of in that no man's land. Yep. I'll be interested. Looks like he's going to keep the offense on the field. Barry, it's 4th and 6. Let's see if he tries to get a free 5 yards out of this.
He's going to go for it. 26-yard line. I think they are trying to pull the Aggies offside. They line up and the quarterback stops, looks at the sideline. Play clock down to 7, down to 6, down to 5. Nope, the snap, drops back. Pressure's coming, looks left side, throws, incomplete over his head, out of bounds. And I think the Aggie pressure again forced him to throw it early, John.
Yeah, I think the pressure that he had on first down and the pressure that he had on third down got in his head. There was actually a little bit more room that he thought that he had in the backfield, but I think he just heard the footsteps, got rid of it, overshot his receiver here along the near boundary at about the 18-yard line. The Albertville defense, Barry, they were put in a bad situation, had their back against the wall, but they answered the call here on the first Huntsville drive.
Chris, how about that stop?
Wow, that's great. Great job of the D on that play.
So the Aggies, actually, they kind of flipped the field a little. Didn't mean to, but they get the ball back in better shape after stopping Huntsville. We're now starting on our 26-yard line. Much better than last time when we were inside the 20. First down Aggies. Back in the game, Caleb Gant. Gant in the backfield, 3 men wide, left side, 1st and 10. Howard, quick drop, looks, has time, pressure. He's going to roll right side. He's going to keep it 25-30, shoved out of bounds, 31-yard line. Nice job by Hayden. Nobody open downfield. Tucked it, runs, picks up about 4 yards.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Coach, your field level, number 53, Gage Cornelius, is not going to get mentioned anywhere on this run in the stat sheet, but he was able, his guy wanted to take kind of an inside slant, and Gage Cornelius just crashed him inside, which opened this outside along the near boundary for that 4-yard gain.
You also credit Hunter Smith on the outside out here, threw a great block as the outside receiver and letting Hayden get to the sideline. There's that wide receiver speed playing quarterback.
Hey, he's got to hurry. Play clock 5, 4, 3 seconds, 2 seconds to snap. Howard hands off Gant up the middle, 31, 32, 33. Nice, just straight up the middle run. Didn't get much there, but at least positive yardage. That's better than what we saw on the first possession whenever running play lost yardage.
Yeah, the interior of the offensive line able to get a little bit of gap in between those 2 big hog molly defensive tackles that Huntsville has down in the inside, and they were able to get just a little bit of room. Gant able to get north and south until the linebacker Willis takes him down. But Barry, Coach English said we've got to be in 3rd and manageable, and right now it's 3rd and 4. I consider that 3rd and manageable.
This is a huge 3rd down play. The little wins, getting a first down, moving the ball, flipping the field is huge. Play clock 2, 1. The snap barely. Howard rolls left side. Pressure, stops, under pressure. Gets away from one man. Tries the middle, 31-yard line. He should have been sacked for a loss of about 9 and said he almost got back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get the first down, but a great heads-up play by Hayden Howard avoiding the sack.
Well, and what happened on the far side, the defensive end and the outside linebacker got upfield. It was supposed to be a rollout to the far side, but those 2 guys cut Andy Howard off. When he stopped, the backside defensive end was trailing the play. Andy Howard able to slip away from him, but couldn't get away from the other pursuing linebacker. But that was a great drive for Albertville.
Sure was. Mateo will punt the ball away, 4th down and 5. Low snap, one hopper picks it up. Good kick, low line drive, fair catch called for, 39-yard line. You know, guys, we've talked about this. Perfect example on the 3rd down play, 3rd down and 4. We've got to throw the short passes,
Absolutely.
Chris. Got to.
We've yet to do that. We got to come up with something better than that.
Hayden didn't have time to drop back and find somebody deep. Keith, he needed to throw it about 5 yards downfield, sideline, middle, something, just throw it short.
Yeah, and you're trying to roll him out to the left right there.
Yeah.
I'm more like what you guys are talking about. Sit in there, let him get a one-step slant,
Yes.
something like that, to try to pick up 4 or 5 yards. Trying to get him outside. I think it was a case of where they blitzed somebody into it, or
Right.
somebody on that side got whipped. But, you know, that and we got the snap off late. That's happened a couple of times. We've got to get the call in a little earlier.
All right, 7-17. Huntsville the ball, hands off left side, stops, hits the middle. Henderson stands him up at the line of scrimmage. He gets a yard, maybe 2 with a push there at the end. How about Isaac Henderson? His job tonight is going to be just like that, John, to just block up the middle and keep it from going up the gut.
And the defensive tackles and the defensive linemen did exactly what we said they had to do. They are eating the zone blocking. It's just a read. It's just a zone. They're blocking to an area. The defensive lineman ate that up. Isaac Henderson able to make a huge tackle for only a 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9 from the 41. McClung back to pass, looks, throws to the middle, got his man complete. Henderson makes the tackle. 46-yard line, a gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4.
Just a square or just an out route, inside slot receiver, runs a little quick out, but he runs it right in front of Henderson. Henderson is trying to get back a little bit on his horse. When he sees Henderson turn his hips, that's when he makes his break to the outside. It's just meant to gain 4 or 5 yards and make it a manageable 3rd down, but Henderson, great job coming up on the tackle.
6:15 to go in the first quarter. No score. Huntsville with the ball on the Aggie on their 46-yard line. 3rd down and floor. McClung turns, hands off, hits the middle. 49-50, dives over midfield. 1st down if they mark it to where it looks like they will. The center of the Aggie defense was there. That time nothing more than just get behind their big offensive line and just straight up the middle. A gain of 4 yards, 5 yards. They'll give him 1st down, Huntsville.
Yeah, we said that offensive line averages about 6'3", 265, 270 across the front. Quarterback just turns around, hands it to Carlin Long, the running back. He takes 190 pounds, adds it to that girth, gets upfield and gets the 1st down.
1st down and 10. McClung hands off again, up the gut. Got a little hole, 45, 44, 43-yard line. That time straight up the gut. Making the tackle for the Aggies, trying to see who the Aggie was. Bagwell was in the area. It's going to be close to another Huntsville 1st down.
And once again, I think that Huntsville found out that on the conversion play that they just ran it north and south and got behind those big hog mollies. Did the same thing there, Barry, and able to gain 7 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and 3. Hands off again, straight up the middle. Tries to bounce it right side. Around the corner, flag coming in. Should be a holding call. Nice job of Plunkett running him out of bounds, but I think you're going to see one of the offensive linemen was holding Bagwell by the sleeve. What do you think, Keith?
Yeah, great call, Bear. They're going to back them up 10. It was one thing I'd like to see Tillman do. You know, he ran him out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, without the penalty. I want to see Tillman get low and get physical with those guys. Arm tackling is not going to get it done against this bunch.
Right. So they back it up to the 47-yard line. So with a holding call, it's going to be 2nd down at about 14. 5:12 to go, 1st quarter, no score. Huntsville the ball just shy of midfield. Quarterback Jax McClung, the junior, out of the gun. One back beside him. Carlin Long has been the workhorse so far. 10 seconds, play clock at 9, down to 8. McClung, man in motion. Finally the snap, turns, hands it off to Long, bounces right side, midfield. Plunkett makes the open field tackle, 47-yard line, and he got by Plunkett. He was going to go for a while, but still it's going to be 3rd down.
No, that was a great job. They were trying to bring a wide receiver in motion, kind of eye candy for the linebackers to look at. And then, as you said it, they hand it off to Long. He bounces to the outside, but Plunkett does a great job coming up from his cornerback position, makes a big open field tackle. And, Barry, you alluded to it. If he doesn't make that tackle, you got one safety left back there to take him down.
3rd down and 8. 47-yard line in Aggie territory. 4:35 to go in the quarter. McClung, long time getting the play in. 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. Play clock at 4. McClung back to pass. Quick pass. Got his man complete. Breaks the tackle. 1st down to the 38. Wow. Had the Aggies made that first tackle, Chris, it would have been short by about 2 yards of the 1st down.
Just a great job by the wide receiver, Barry. You got to give credit where credit's due. He ran a sticks route, and what that means, we're going to go right to the 1st down marker, turn around. When he turned around, the ball was already on him. If he's able to get tackled, he's going to be short, but him being a junior wide receiver, able to spin back to the inside, out of the arm tackle, gets north and south, gains 2 more, 1st down.
Aggie 36-yard line, McClung out of the gun. Long beside him, hands off to Long, up the middle, 35, 34, 33. Kitchens grabs him as he goes by, hangs on, waits for help. Henderson helps him out. It's going to be a gain of about 3-4. They're just relying now on their big offensive line, just knocking the Aggies off the line 3-4 yards a pop.
And big Julius Staten, number 58 in there. Oh, Julius, I love this guy. He's a sophomore. Did a great job of clogging everything up in the middle and allowing the linebackers to rally after 4 yards and make the tackle.
Second down and 6. The snap. Option play. Pitch back left side long. Great block. 30,
Wow.
25, 24. Henderson's got him. 23-yard line. Again, avoiding the tackle. Aggies, they're just not first contact. Can't bring them down, can they, Keith?
Yeah, that's tough running back. He keeps his legs running for sure. And, you know, before that play, like you were talking about, John, the offensive line just trying to impose their will right there. On that last one, our outside linebacker needs to stay outside. So he kind of got took inside on the play. That speed option, the first time you've seen it all night, that's a tough play to defend, though.
23-yard line. First down, Huntsville driving. 3:05 to go in the quarter. No score. Quarterback McClung out of the gun, Long behind him. 2 men right side. Turns, hands off to Long. Hits the middle. Going to be tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Bagwell is one of the first Aggies there. Ramirez is there. And Henderson there again. I bet Henderson already has double-digit tackles right now, John.
Got to be double-digit tackles already because he is all over the field. But that was what the coaches wanted when they schemed for this team. Remember, we talked about the 4 defensive linemen eating up the offensive blocks so that the linebackers could run and make the tackles. Henderson is answering the call of being that bell cow back there. But you got to credit those front 4 guys. They're doing a great job of eating those blocks from the offensive line.
Second down and 9. McClung drops back, looks right side. Throws to the end zone. Flags are down in the end zone. Did he make the catch? Got it, but flags are down. Touchdown, but hold on. There's a flag about the spot you usually see holding. Right in front of the quarterback at the 26, and that's what it is. So take the touchdown off the board. Great pass and catch. Man, that was a beautiful pass, Chris. Right, perfect pass. He beat our defender by about a yard, but holding, John, they're going to bring it back.
Well, and you knew that they were going to take their shot sooner or later, Barry, with the underneath handoff. And what they were trying to do is with that underneath handoff, they're going to get the defensive back to squat and try to get the wide receiver to run past him. That's exactly what happened. Pinpoint perfect passing in the back corner of the end zone. But Albertville going to luck out here and get one. And, Barry, I want to say that the good Lord is good because a few moments ago on that speed option, we got blocked in the back and there was no call. That's a good call for helping us right now.
Second down and long, back to the 35-yard line. McClung rolls right side, looks, throws it short, got his man complete. He is destroyed by Henderson at the 32-yard line. Short gain of about, 3-4. So now it's third down and very long.
Yeah, check out the back end of that Albertville Aggie defense. It was a flood route. Quarterback's going to roll to the far boundary. He's got a receiver going short. He's got a receiver going middle. He's got a receiver going deep. Everybody in the middle and on the very far back end did their jobs. Only thing he could do was check down to the short receiver, and a great job by the linebackers to be able to come up and make a tackle.
Third down, 18 on the 32. Got to go to the Aggies' 14-yard line. 1:17, 1:16 to go in the quarter. No score. Huntsville driving. Play clock at 4. Back to pass. McClung looks. Pressure's coming. Throws it down the middle to the end zone. Incomplete. Great coverage back there. Revolted up. Hollis, double coverage. Keith, how about that defensive coverage?
Yeah, you had Hollis over the top, and you had, I want to say that was Evan Jordan running step for step with him. Great job kind of bracketing that young man. They saw it, read it, and didn't let him get behind you. Good discipline right there. Guys, are they going to try to – ooh, that's a long way for a field goal. What are we doing here?
Sure is. Let's see if they're going to –
that's the guy that was kicking it in the pregame.
That's the kicker. The ball is on the 32, roughly about a 49-yard field goal attempt on the right hash mark. So we'll see.
I'll be watching for the fake right here too, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm with you, Chris.
Sims Bowman, because the quarterback is the holder. Bowman, the kicker.
Delay a game.
49-yard attempt. The ball, the kick, it is up. It is, I don't think it had the leg. It goes, it did have the leg. Wow, I thought it went under.
Guys, that was a delay of game by at least 3 seconds. I don't know who's supposed to be keeping up with that. The white hat's not looking at the play clock, but the clock ran out. It was on 0. I counted to 3. That one should have been blown dead.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with peoples, their goal
is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank. They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Come experience Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater. We're a 130-acre park filled with adventure. From our indoor aquatic center and RV park, tennis courts, and our state-of-the-art fitness center and amphitheater. We offer youth and adult sports leagues for all ages at our first-class facilities. Whether it's baseball, basketball, group exercise classes, playgrounds, or your favorite band in concert, Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater has something for everyone. Join our effort to improve the health of our community and win the day at Sand Mountain Park.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
58 seconds to go in the quarter, John. I guess that's a victory for the Aggies. They all held Huntsville to a field goal.
Yeah, and Huntsville had a 12-play drive, Barry. 12 plays, and the Aggies able to hold them out of the end zone, force them to kick a 49-yard field goal. And Barry, I agree with you. I would love to have instant replay because if it cleared the bar, it had to have barely brushed the bar going over. But, hey, credit that young man. I didn't get the kicker's number. I'm sorry. But
number 11.
Number 11.
Sims Bowman was the kicker.
Yeah, and hey, credit that guy. When you kick a 49-yard field goal in high school, that's a great field goal. Huntsville takes the lead right now, 3-0.
Hey, our guy with binoculars, old Normal here, he said he's watching it all the way over the bar. He said it cleared it.
Wow.
Barely cleared it.
Wow.
So Huntsville 3-0 lead, but a victory of the Aggies keeping them out of the end zone. Bowman to kick off, high kick, short kick, returnable, 10-yard line to the 50. Revolte, 20, tries to get around the end. He needs to go straight up the middle because he's not going to – I know he's fast, Aggie fast, but he's not Huntsville fast.
He went. And, Keith, you're down there field level, and it looks like they were set up an original either blocking down the left hash mark. And I think Revolte just kind of jumped out of his lane trying to bounce it too quick rather than getting north and south. And when he came towards you, just nothing but white jerseys here in the middle of the field.
Well, like Barry said, he's looking 10, 15 yards downfield and he catches that ball. He sees a crease, but then they've got Panther speed, and that crease closed up really quickly. So it's better just to stay with your blocks and stay with those guys instead of trying to make a play that's really not going to be there.
All right, 17-yard line, first down. See if we may go back to the short passes. Huntsville, I think they jumped. I don't know if we pulled them offside, but one of the right tackles, I believe, on Huntsville, I think they jumped.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Looks like the far side referee coming in, talking to the white hat. Barry, you nailed it. Defensive tackle. And oh, my gosh. That's the position I played in high school.
Yeah.
And if you jump off sides looking at you're 4 inches from the football, going to see Coach Farmer on the sideline would not have been pleasant because all you're doing there, you're watching the ball.
Right.
No doubt there that was a hard count from Howard that threw him offside.
Hey, guys, we may be taking some kind of shot right here. We huddled up before this one.
First down and 5. Play clock down to 7. Aggies now on the 22-yard line. 50 seconds to go. There's a snap.
We're going to give it back to them, guys.
I'm glad they blew the whistle because the ball, Howard was not ready. The ball hit him in the stomach and bounced away. But, we give him the 5 yards right back, so now we're back to 1st and 10.
And Coach English in the pregame, Barry, what did he say? We got to win the little battles. All right, you just drew them offside to give you a 1st and 5, very manageable first down. That's when the offensive line, and I'm not saying that sometimes you can out-trick yourself or out-coach yourself, but right there, the offensive line got up out of the huddle in a hurry and Hayden was going through his cadence, and you had 2 or 3 offensive linemen here along the near boundary that jumped, and now it goes back to where we started this whole thing.
Had a chance for your first down of the game. That would have been huge. But now it's 1st and 10 again, back to the 17-yard line. Man in motion. Howard hands off to him, keeps himself. Great fake. 20, 25, 26. Runs over the defensive back, close to an Aggie first down. Great call. Howard, he's slow getting up. I think he might have maybe tweaked an ankle when he went down. I think he's going to have to come out. So Hayden Howard, not putting much weight on the right foot. He may have to come out for a play or two, or well, let's see. Aggies may need to call a timeout here because you're looking at 2nd and 1.
I think they're going to let Quarter run out and check him out. And I was afraid. It looked awkward when he went down, guys. It almost didn't look like an ankle, kind of looked like a knee.
And Coach,
when he went down, it looked really awkward.
When he was going down, the unfortunate thing was, and it was not malicious, and like I said, Coach, you were field level, but when he went down, he had a linebacker that was kind of riding the back of his leg on the way down to that turf. I hope he's going to be okay.
Let's take a timeout. First quarter over. Huntsville on top 3-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay and is available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
If you need reliable family transportation, you need to see us. Every vehicle is warranted for the life of your contract and comes with a free Carfax. It's why we say,
The driving factor, beyond your normal buy here, pay here.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay, and it's available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Go on the half. Huntsville adds a touchdown. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring summary.
Doesn't take long, Barry. One play, 30 yards. Credit all 30 yards to the running back, Hensley. Extra point up and good. Panthers lead this one early second quarter, 10-0.
And don't forget now, Gilbert and Ball Ford Albertville. Go see the difference where Fords really do cost less. And I want to mention our Albertville Aggie Papa Doobie Student Athlete of the Week. This week it is Sawyer West. Does great in the classroom and on the field, John.
Sawyer West, good kid. Love his dad. Love that whole entire family. Great kid there. And Headsy play on the offensive line. And guys, remember Papa Doobies says, you better stay in school, study, make those good grades because you don't want to be no oh boy.
And he'll receive a gift certificate from Papa Doobies. That's where we'll be eating tomorrow night. High kick. Deep kick back around the 5-yard line. Connor Lowry's got it 10 to the 15 to the 20. Great run. Sidestepped one man to the 25-yard line. Boy, there's a late flag coming in.
Did we get a face mask on him on the way down?
I know we got a block in the back. I don't know if that's what he called because it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what he called. You know, he had a younger guy on the play, and I was waiting on this gentleman on this side to throw the flag, but the other one on the other side. So if you're not going to throw it, I'm going to throw it because it was pretty obvious.
Hey, don't forget, coming at the end of the game, we'll have the Legends of Albertville Player of the Game. 2 weeks ago, it was Cooper Colvin who was the player of the game, and that winner also receives a gift card to Legends of Albertville.
Yeah, and remember that Legends says, why be average when you can be legendary? Legends Player of the Game. And Barry, they also wanted me to mention that tonight, because it's Thursday night and it's homecoming, that Legends will be open till 11 o'clock tonight to be able to serve the homecoming crowd when they leave the stadium tonight.
Here come the Aggies. Isaac Henderson is checked into the backfield. Reese Knight remaining a quarterback. They are taping up Hayden Howard's ankle. May get to see him again. Reese rolls right side. Looks downfield. Nobody open. He's going to tuck it and run for a little. Right past the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. 2nd down and 9. He was looking right side. Cooper Colvin, he was almost double covered.
Well, and whenever it was kind of a 2-man route going to the far side, fakes the underneath handoff. Reese goes to the far boundary. He's trying to get Cooper Colvin scraping over the top. But, Barry, you just have to say great job to the Huntsville secondary. Played their lanes, nowhere for Reese to go. However, smart enough to tuck it, get upfield, gain a yard.
Again, you got to go back to the simple. Keep it simple, Chris. Short passes.
That's right.
Short passes.
Yes, we yet to see that, guys.
You're not going to get open 10, 15 yards downfield. These defensive backs are outstanding. 2nd down and 9 for the Aggies, 17-yard line. Hands off to Havis. Havis stops, tries to cut, cannot. Boy, the big defensive end on the left side. He just stands Havis up and drops him. No gain at all. Back to the line of scrimmage, 3rd down and 9.
Havis trying to bounce it to the outside. Number 96, Todd Whitmore, defensive end, senior. Barry brought all 6'4", 240 pounds of that frame to the party, and Havis goes down immediately. And Barry, Jink, I saw you moving your hand. We got to get out of the huddle quicker because when it's down to 1 second, the defense can just pin their ears back and come on.
Play clock down to 15, 3rd down 9. Havis stays in beside Reese. Now, I didn't think the Aggies going to call a timeout again. I don't think they had the right personnel out there. I think they're actually missing a player.
Now, actually, Barry, Coach, I think they broke the huddle with 12.
Yeah,
and before they got a penalty, Coach English had to call that timeout.
Yeah, so since we're huddling a little bit tonight, if you break that huddle and you got too many, you're going to have to burn a timeout right there. You're going to get a penalty. I think it's a 5-yard. I believe it's a 5-yard penalty on a illegal substitution. Isn't that right, John?
Illegal participation.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hey, I want to mention, don't forget, tomorrow night, since we're playing this game on Thursday, we'll have an extra game for us and Douglas again. Our third chance to see them. We'll be at Douglas and Sardis in a big region game tomorrow night. We'll be on the air 6:30 pregame, kickoff at 7.
Boy, I had a chance to talk to both of those coaches. You talk about two coaches that are intense. I mean, if they're intense coaching as they were talking about their teams in the interview, I can't wait to see these two cats on the field.
Yeah, that should be a good game. 3rd down 9. Aggies coming out of the timeout. 3 men wide left side. Knight rolls left side. Pressure's coming. He don't have a prayer. He's going to be just thrown back inside the 5-yard line. It was like a foot race back to the 5. I don't understand.
I don't either.
You cannot roll out against this defense. They're going to chase you down, period. They're going to chase you down.
Well, that's the interior of the Aggie offensive line. When they rolled the pocket here to the near side, you've got to step with your quarterback, and everybody's got to step in unison. Remember, we always talk about the offensive line. 5 players acting as one, and if one little gap happens to open up, that's what's going to happen. And the defensive lineman, I believe it was number 90, Hinton, the defensive tackle at 6'3", 270, able to pull Reese Knight down inside the 5.
High snap, Mateo to kick. And off the side of his foot, of all places to kick one off the side of your foot, it's going to bounce at your own 25-yard line. That series, 3 plays, lost 12 yards total. You average losing 4 yards a play on that. You're going to have to just redesign your offense. Keith, you got to throw it short. Throw it short. You can't roll out. You can't drop back. Just snap, look, throw it.
Well, especially with Reese out there. He's just a different football player than Hayden is. So I would be quick passes. I would have a blocking back in there just staying in there to help block. But like John said, and I know I've heard Coach talk about it a lot, you know, if you got one guy that doesn't do his job, like on that play, I saw your running back went out to block the edge. So that means the interior offensive line's got to block down, and you've got to pick up that blitz.
Huntsville on their 23-yard line beginning the drive. Hands off left side, hit in the backfield. Havis has got him, and there's a flag back towards the middle of the field. How about Havis? Carlin Long, the tailback. Havis shot through, cut his ankles out from under him. Is it a flag also against Huntsville? I would take the play.
Yeah, I think he's what they're talking about right now. I believe Coach might take the play.
Because it's a loss of about 4 yards. You take the penalty. Yeah, you give them an extra first down all over again. I would take the play because you've lost 4 yards. How about Havis on that tackle, Chris? That was beautiful.
Hey, Havis is doing a great job on that edge over there. He is.
Because he beat his man, and he was in the backfield and cut that running back down.
Colton Bagwell's not going to get credit for the play, but did you notice how he undercut the defensive or the offensive tackle and was actually, I think the ball originally, Coach, was supposed to go up the middle, but Colton Bagwell did a great job sliding across the face. There was nowhere for him to go. He tried to bounce it, and that's where Havis came up and made the big tackle.
Second down and 14. There's 8:21 to go in the half. Huntsville on top 10-0. They have the ball on the Aggie 28-yard line. Second down and 14 for Huntsville on our 28-yard line. Back to pass. McClung looks, throws it short, got his man to complete 20-yard line. He's going to step out of bounds. See, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. Yes. McClung had the ball in his hands maybe a second and a half. Had a receiver just break into the sideline, makes a catch, picks up about 8 to 9 yards.
Yeah, 2 wide receivers on the far side. The outside receiver goes deep. Inside receiver runs an out. Barry, why do they run that? Just so they can gain 8 or 9 yards and make this a very manageable third down.
Third down 7 on our 20-yard line. McClung out of the gun, 2 men wide right side, 1 to the left. McClung drops, hands off, a little delay. Long trying to bounce it off, 20, 15 to the 10. He is so slippery to bring down. He will get the first down around the 10-yard line and making the tackle again. Isaac Henderson again brings him down, saving a touchdown at the 10-yard line.
And Barry, I believe that time everybody did their job. But remember, we talked about the size of the offensive line. The running back was lined up here kind of in a wing along the near side. Quarterback gets it. Looks like he's rolling this way. Then it's kind of an underneath reverse. And, Coach, I think the smaller running back just got lost behind those big offensive linemen until he got into the linebacker core.
11-yard line, they spot it. Turns, hands off to Long, up the gut, 10, 9, 8, 7. How about big Julius Staten grabbing a hold of his waist and just holding on for help from his teammates, and he got help. Now, it's a gain of about 4 yards, but I think he saved a touchdown because if he got past Big Julius, he might have went straight up the middle into the end zone.
Wow, Julius Staten bringing all 6'2", 307 pounds for that sophomore, holding on to the running back like I hold on to a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'm talking about Julius holding on, because if not, you alluded to it, Barry, he may be into the end zone. Great job there by the interior defensive tackle.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Knocking on the door, hands off to Long again, up the middle. Tripped up by Ramirez at the line of scrimmage. Hit him around the ankles with his helmet. He fell forward. Couldn't see who the other Aggie was that finished him off, but Ramirez hit him and a gain of 2.
Barry, did you notice that all of a sudden you're calling Julius Staten defensive tackle's name? You just called Ramirez a defensive tackle. Are the two defensive tackles now beginning to understand what's going on in that guard, center guard area? Because the last 2 plays, I think Albertville's won that guard, center guard area with our 2 defensive tackles.
They're down 3. The ball is on the 5-yard line. They can get a first down just inside the 2. Turns, fakes, rolls right side, looks at the end zone, throws to the back of the end zone, incomplete out of the end zone. And it's going to be 4th down, and Havis is slow getting up. Couldn't see what happened there in the end zone, Keith.
I think Havis hit the cameraman.
Did he? He got in the corner, and I couldn't see. I'm trying to make my way down there.
Looks like he's fine, though. He's running back on the field.
So it's incomplete. So will they try? I think they're going to try the field goal. It's a little surprising, but I think it's another win for the Aggie defense because they're inside our 5. 2 plays, Aggies hold them with maybe just a field goal. Middle of the field, kick. The ball is up in the air. Looks good, and he has nailed it. And we'll take a timeout. 6:17 to go in the half. 13-0 Huntsville. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20. The second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Another small win for the Aggie defense, holding them to a field goal. Here's your Gilbert and Ball Ford scoring summary.
Barry, I do not want this to get lost on this scoring summary. The Albertville Aggies held them 3 times inside the 10-yard line, made them come away with a field goal. 5 plays that went 18 yards, 15-yard field goal by Bowman. Huntsville extending their lead 13-0 here on homecoming.
Gilbert and Ball Ford at Albertville. Go see the difference where Fords really do call Celeste. 6:17 to go in the half, down 13-0. I'll take that. Here's the kick, high kick. Connor Lowry's got it 10-yard line, 15 to the 20, to the 25. Well, he was 1 tackle away from picking up about 20 more yards. He was knocked out of bounds around the 30. See, I like that return, Chris. He just ran it straight down the sideline. Didn't do any fancy zigging and zagging. Is straight down the sideline and takes it to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, he returned that
He did.
25 yards.
He returned it. That's how you return a kick.
Yes.
Yeah, especially the speed that we see, you need to make, you need to get a head full of steam, get up there, and then find a little crease and just get what you can get.
All right, 29-yard line. One of our best starts in a couple of possessions. Down 13-0. If we can just get a couple of first downs. Do we have a first down yet? I'm trying to think.
I think we got one. Yeah.
So Reese Knight out of the gun. One back beside him. Reese, low snap again. Tries a handoff, dropped it, loose ball. Did Huntsville get it?
I think
Gant is there.
I think they're going to
Huntsville got it.
Defensive tackle. Just a mix-up in the handoff. Reese Knight trying to give it to Gann on the underneath handoff. Both of them it looked like it was kind of a lower snap that Reese was trying to gobble up to get into the hands of Gann. Just kind of that play was, what would you say, kind of voodoo from the beginning, ball on the ground. And the big defensive tackle for Huntsville jumps on that football at the Albertville 27-yard line.
Guys, it all starts with a low snap. That snap's got to be, because we don't have a whole lot of time back there. We're not getting, we're not getting a ton of push, so that snaps off a little bit and it was down at his ankles. It throws the timing of the play off.
And the defense giving the Aggies tons of chances to get back in this game, but you can't keep giving them the ball on your own 26. Back to pass, throws it, got it. Great hit by that Plunkett. Plunkett hits in the minute he made the catch. It's going to be a gain, but Plunkett made sure by wrapping the arms he was not going to get away, and a gain of only 5.
Hey, you must have heard me earlier get on him a little bit, because he's absolutely played a well of a ball game since then, John.
Well, they did a great job there. Just a two-man game. Their receiver against Plunkett. Their receiver's going to try to drive Plunkett off. Plunkett stood his ground. Quarterback throws the ball in the air, but as soon as he caught it, Plunkett able to make a great tackle.
Second down and 5 from the 21-yard line. McClung turns, hands off, tries to bounce it left side, stops, cuts back. He's going to run into a mass of humanity. 3, 4, 5 Aggies. He does break free for a couple. He should have been stopped for no gain. Trying to say, I think Tyler Hatley, one of the first Aggies on the tackle. He just checked in. Plunkett's over there again, and Ramirez over there.
If you're Chad Oliver and your coach Harrison Hemmerly, the defensive ends and defensive tackle coach, you've got to be ecstatic with what your defensive line's been able to do, and they've just kind of been able to hold their own against this offensive line.
They're down one quarterback keeper. They stood him up at the line of scrimmage, but a late push, I think he got the first down. The middle of the Aggie defense, Staten was there, Hatley was there, Ramirez, I think he got enough. He did. He picks up 2. But you got to be proud of this Aggie defense right now. Keith, you're only down 13-0. If the offense was giving you any kind of offense, it could easily be a 13-7, 13-13 game.
Oh, absolutely. They're playing a heck of a football game right now, holding them out. Let's try to hold them another field goal right here.
First down 10. McClung hands off right side, tries to stop, bounce it, cuts back to the middle to the 10-yard line. He almost changed directions and got into the end zone, making the tackle. Revolte is there. Also, Elijah Felix is there. It's going to be a gain of 5.
Boy, I'm glad Elijah Felix was kind of slow playing that like he's supposed to do from the backside, because when that running back got cut off here along the near boundary, he shot back trying to get out the back door. Elijah Felix played that perfect as the backside linebacker, able to pull him down for the tackle.
Second down and 5. McClung out of the shotgun and a whistle. Somebody jump, Keith.
44 got a little excited right there. He looked like Forrest Gump fixing to head downfield and head to the tunnel.
Look, when you average about 6'4", 279 across the front, if you move, Barry, it's kind of hard to hide that.
I saw that pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of the Aggie defense.
Yes.
I tell you. Some games the last few weeks, by this time we were down 28-35 nothing.
Absolutely.
Tonight, the Aggie defense, they're doing their job tonight.
Yeah, so far they've held Huntsville to 80 yards of offense.
Second down and 9 after the penalty. McClung out of the gun. 3:59 to go. McClung turns, hands off straight up the middle. Carlin to the 20, make it 10-yard line. Carlin long, straight up the middle. Just straight up the gut. It's not enough for the first, but it's going to be third down at about 4, maybe 5 yards.
Yeah, credit Christian Ramirez. Christian Ramirez right there had a double team on him, Coach, able to hold still with the double team and then slide off, get his nose back inside, and able to make that tackle. And I believe it was also Xavier Havis coming in. And right now, another third down for this Huntsville offense.
They can stop them here on third. This will be a huge stop for the Aggie defense. 3rd and 4. McClung fakes, throws it to the end zone, got his man complete. Is there a flag? I thought it was, nope, did not see a flag. That was a great call. Fake the handoff, tied in, kind of just peeled off his block and wide open in the end zone.
Nobody at any level, whether it's high school, college, or professional, very seldom do you see people that do a good job of being able to cover the tight end, especially when he's been run blocking. They fake the underneath handoff. Tight end comes wide open in the middle of the field and able to make that touchdown catch.
Extra point kick is up. It looks good, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 3:19 to go in the half. It's 20-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Tim Witt at Sand Mountain Toyota. Our goal is to be Sand Mountain's pre-owned vehicle destination. We strive to keep vehicles for every budget, and all of our vehicles go through a strict multi-point inspection by our award-winning service department. And don't forget, we're paying top dollar for your vehicle. We want to buy your vehicle. Sand Mountain Toyota, Highway 431 Albertville, or sandmountaintoyota.com.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer.
There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Over Huntsville scores a touchdown. Here's your Gilbert of All Ford scoring summary.
The Aggies, once again, the defense did their job. I mean, in up until that last play, Barry, and all of a sudden McClung able to find his tight end Moore for a 10-yard pass, which completed a 5-play, 27-yard drive. Extra point up and good. Huntsville leading this one 20-0.
High kick, deep kick inside the 10. Lowry has a 10, 15 to the 20. Dancing around, and they're going to just slam him backwards. He was looking for some kind of daylight. There was nothing there. They're going to bring him down inside the 20. Once again, Gilbert of All Ford at Albertville. Go by and see the difference. This one, again, just good special team coverage by Huntsville. That time Connor Lowry had no openings, nowhere to go. They're going to give him forward progress, 21-yard line. And that's being very generous.
Yeah.
Because part of his body landed at the 20, part of it landed about the 17 when they just flung him.
And he's not that tall, so
No.
I think there's parts of him laying down out there.
So the Aggies 21-yard line. If they just need a couple of first downs somehow and be able to run out the final 3:13 of the half. Reese Knight turns hands off up the middle, and that's not going to get it done. Straight up the middle, you're running right into the big arms of two of their defensive linemen, and no gain at all.
Yeah, just handoff up the middle, and number 92, Billy Roby, the defensive tackle, brings foul, 6 foot, 250-pound senior, brings that to the table, and he and number 93, Perez, also weighing about 240, just crashing the interior of the Albertville Aggie offensive line, Barry, and literally no gain.
2nd and 10 on the 20.5-yard line, 2:43 to go in the half. Aggies down 20-0 with the ball just past our 20-yard line. Reese Knight, the quarterback. Hayden Howard went out earlier with a leg injury. That's all we know. Knight drops back, quick drop, throws to his man. Connor Lowry wasn't looking for it. It hit him right between the 1 and the 6, Keith. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, when he went in motion coming back this way, he was confused, didn't know what the play call was or what he was supposed to run on the play. So what a throw by Reese. Put it right where you're supposed to put it. He actually almost caught it on accident.
Yeah.
He put it, it was such a good throw.
Perfect.
So, yeah, I got to get that stuff, got to get that figured out, man. That's
Yeah.
got to help that quarterback out a little bit.
The outside wide receiver did his job, ran a post, cleared everything
the
out.
Play we've been talking about.
Yeah,
exactly.
The inside slot receiver came wide open right
That
here
would
along
have
the
been
boundary.
at least 5-6 yards on the play. Havis in the backfield, 3rd down and 10. Clock stopped. Reese Knight, low snap, back to pass. Throws it deep down the right side, hoping for a penalty, I'm guessing. Incomplete. Colvin, I think he was hoping that maybe they may throw a flag on the defensive back for maybe holding up Cooper Colvin, but that didn't happen.
Guys, I'm going to let you know, number 37 got away with one.
Yeah,
because
Cooper
Cooper Colvin dug to the inside of him, and I think that defensive back on the far side, Reese Knight kind of fumbled around with the football a little bit on another errant snap, and when he did, I think the cornerback on the far side, coach, squatted, and when he realized that it was a pass getting off, he grabbed the shoulder pads of Cooper Colvin.
Yeah, another thing we got to realize is our snaps of the quarterback is not consistent at all.
No, fourth down, high snap to Mateo, punting it away. This time a good kick, wobbly kick, midfield, calls the fair catch. Much better, 50-yard line. I don't know if they've had a bad start the entire game, have they, Chris? Is this one of the worst starts of the game?
Midfield,
roughly?
yeah, probably is.
Midfield? I really think it is.
Now, they actually started at their own 30-yard line. That's the worst that they've had.
And to only be down 20-0, you got to be thankful because they've had great field position the entire game.
Guys, my niece, Brinley Ball, is down here. She's a 7th grader. She's a cheerleader, and they've let them come and cheer for the homecoming game tonight. I'm thinking about embarrassing her and putting her on the radio in just a second.
She's giving you the look right
Bless
now.
her heart. Yeah, she's already embarrassed.
Coach, right now, I mean, you got to think about this. Coach Fleetwood knows he's got 2.5 or 2:13 to get into the locker room. Wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't work on a 2-minute offense right here.
McClung turns, hands off, long up the middle. 47, 46-yard line. Hadley again making the tackle. This is the possession. If you can hold them here, you still really have a chance. You're only down by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and you know Huntsville right now would love to get a little bit of breathing room, especially with the Austin Sparkman and all those guys looming out there in the distance.
McClung, quick drop left side. Throws, got his man. He will not break free. Felix has him. Now he does. Felix and Plunkett will run him out of bounds. That will stop the clock. It's not enough for a first. It's going to be 3rd down and 2, but good job of Felix. Had the first contact, couldn't completely wrap him up, but still it's short of the first down.
Well, Huntsville's doing a great job when they got 2 wide receivers on the far side, that outside receiver's running deep to run Plunkett off, and then they're just running an out route. And golly, we're going to get caught on a hard count, Barry, and our defense is going to jump in the neutral zone.
Yep, it was 3rd and 2. Give them an easy 5 yards. It'll give them a first down with 1:44 to go in the half.
So that's the stuff that'll frustrate a coach really bad. It's because they've done it all night. They've gone hard count several times tonight, and we've done a great job. Not like they've done it once or twice. It's been several times. And then the jump, when you've seen it all night, I mean, that stuff that gets you beat, man.
37-yard line. McClung drops back, looks left side. Going to throw it deep down the left sideline. Going to throw it out of bounds. Great job by the Aggies. Was that Revolte trying to say, or is that Hollis?
Plunkett.
Was that Plunkett downfield?
Plunkett's running with him, and then Hollis was over the top.
They both did a fantastic job because the play was designed for that one receiver, and he was not open.
Now, Barry, if you noticed it, it was a wheel route coming out of the backfield, and they had faked the underneath handoff coming this way, but you said it. Plunkett did a great job getting on his shoulder pad, using the sideline, nowhere for the quarterback to go, and he wisely throws it way out of bounds.
2nd and 10, McClung drops back, looks, rolls right side, pressure's coming, Bagwell chasing. He won't get there in time, throws back across, got his receiver, 25, 24, 23. First down. But how about Bagwell giving it all he had, almost caught the quarterback. Quarterback unloads, first down Huntsville.
Yeah, Bagwell did a great job. I thought he was going to be able to catch the Huntsville quarterback, but at the last second, Huntsville's number 18, Garner Farrell, the wide receiver, able to get away from the defensive back, find kind of a dead spot in the zone. Quarterback's able to hit him and move the chains.
22-yard line, first down and 10, and a whistle. Is this against Huntsville this time?
Yeah, it looks like everybody.
Oh, that's big. So with 1:13 to go in the half, Huntsville still has all 3 timeouts. They're up 20-0. A touchdown here, Chris, 27-0.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to make it tough to come back in the second half.
Even a field goal, that's still 3 touchdowns. So.
How about a pick 6 would be nice right here. Get us on the board.
No doubt.
The defense has done everything else tonight. These guys are fighting their hearts out right now. Defensive line, John, like you're talking about, is playing a heck of a football game, letting these linebackers run.
First down 15. First and 15 from the 27-yard line. McClung out of the gun. McClung turns, fakes the handoff, play action, looks, throws to the middle, deep into the end zone, drops it. He dropped it. He was so wide open, he couldn't believe it himself.
Oh, my gosh. Evan Jordan and the wide receiver for Huntsville, man-to-man, they got their feet tangled up, and Evan Jordan goes down. Huntsville wide receiver, I believe that's number 8?
3. Number
3, Jabbar, is absolutely wide open. And sometimes, Barry, when you're that wide open, you just dropped it. Barry, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because we ended up having a penalty on the play.
It's a holding against Huntsville.
Yeah, I think it was Colton Bagwell over here. He was getting horse-tied.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yeah. Colton Bagwell has played a whale of a football game, and if that's the guy who's supposed to be going to college, Colton Bagwell may be putting a little film together on him too.
42-yard line, little delay, hands off to Long, tries to bounce it left side. Henderson chasing him. Henderson caught him at the 33. Henderson chased down the tailback Long and caught him from behind around the 33-yard line.
Wow. I mean, that's just a gamer. When you look up football player in Wikipedia somewhere, Isaac Henderson's picture is going to come up because he originally came up the middle to be able to attack the running back. The running back bounced to the outside, Barry. I thought he was going to get away.
Yeah.
Henderson, relentless, not going to give up, able to run the running back down from behind and make the tackle.
Guys, if Isaac Henderson was 6'1" and weighed 220 or 225, there'd be scouts lining the top of the fence up there looking at this guy because nobody has the heart and the motor that this guy has. And how many tackles he got in the first half?
700.
It's got to be almost double digits.
It's got to be. And I think they still need to give him a chance. Size may not be what you usually look at, but his heart and the way he plays. I mean, he plays in like a higher gear every game, hurt or not. I think a team should give him a chance.
I agree with you. And he may be getting some looks from some smaller schools, but I'm talking about if he had a little bit more size.
Absolutely.
He, Mississippi State, Auburn would be coming and looking at this kid because he is like John said, you look it up in the dictionary, ball player. Isaac Henderson's name is right there beside him. I mean, he is an absolute football player.
All right, Huntsville called a timeout, so we're ready. 34-yard line. It's going to be second down and 21, 33.7 seconds to go in the half. Huntsville driving. McClung drops back, looks right side, throws it deep into the end zone. He is there. Jordan goes up. They're fighting for it. He takes it away. Touchdown, Huntsville.
Evan Jordan could not have played that ball any more perfect. Inside position. And as the ball is coming down, the Huntsville receiver able to get his body around the defensive back. It was a 50-50 ball, and the Huntsville receiver able to rip the ball away from the secondary man in the end zone. That is a big-time play by the Huntsville wide receiver.
I think his strength, he just pulled it away from him, Chris.
Yeah,
took it away from Jordan in the end zone. Touchdown, extra point, kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 25 seconds to go in the half. It's 27-0. Huntsville leads. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank. They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Come experience Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater. We're a 130-acre park filled with adventure. From our indoor aquatic center and RV park, tennis courts, and our state-of-the-art fitness center and amphitheater. We offer youth and adult sports leagues for all ages at our first-class facilities. Whether it's baseball, basketball, group exercise classes, playgrounds, or your favorite band in concert, Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater has something for everyone. Join our effort to improve the health of our community and win the day at Sand Mountain Park.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Gets to go on the half. Here's your Gilbert Ball Ford scoring summary.
Yeah, Huntsville took over their own 50-yard line or midfield with 2:13 to go. And 6 plays later, they're able to encompass all of that 50 yards with McClung to White for a 34-yard touchdown strike. Extra point up and good. Huntsville pulling away here late in the first half, 27-0 Panthers.
Gilbert and Ball Ford at Albertville. Go see the difference where Fords really do call Celeste. Kick, high kick, short kick, returnable.
Wow.
I'm not sure what the Aggies were thinking. That ball almost rolled and stayed in bounds at the 5-yard line, and 2 of the Aggies were standing and watching it.
I think the up back thought that it was just going to make an immediate left and go out of bounds, and that thing died like a wounded quail, and thank God it had enough life in him to be able to at least touch the sideline.
It looked like a lob wedge. I mean, that thing hit the ground and absolutely spun backwards. And I'm telling you, I didn't think that was going out of bounds from here. I thought we were supposed to be in trouble.
Hey, listen, you see which way the flag's blowing? I guarantee you if the flag's blowing the other way, that ball doesn't go out of bounds.
You're right. I mean, that was almost Huntsville ball on about our 5-yard line.
I was up here going,
yeah.
You heard me blowing.
You know, with 25 seconds, nothing else is go over there and grab the ball and step out of bounds yourself.
Yes.
Make sure they do not recover that ball. Aggies ball 35-yard line, first down. Knight out of the gun. Turns, hands off, straight up the middle. Gatt just lowers his shoulders and just picks up a yard, maybe 2 rushing yards. Do we even have any positive yardage at all, Chris?
We're
or is
probably
it
not negative 10 right now.
Wow. That may be the last play of the half.
Did you see number 15? They just came down here, and I mean, just Gant was a full head of steam and just stopped immediately, Barry, by the All-State Huntsville linebacker Malik Willis. What a play to end the first half.
When the half is over, we'll take a timeout. Halftime score, Huntsville on top 27-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay, and it's available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
If you need reliable family transportation, you need to see us. Every vehicle is warranted for the life of your contract and comes with a free Carfax. It's why we say,
the driving factor, beyond your normal buy here, pay here.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
High School Band is under the direction of Dr. Taylor Cash, Corey Hyman, Missy Lindley, and Nathan Heskew. The color guard instructors are Inslee Cash and Natalie Neese. The dance line instructor is Scarlett Hyman, and our percussion instructor is Brian Crawford. Noah Garrett is our visual instructor. Tonight, we are proud to present our 2022 show titled Wonders of the Sky. We begin with The World Is Ours by Aloe Black, followed by AC/DC's Thunderstruck. We continue our show with Talking to the Moon by Bruno Mars, and we'll conclude our performance with Rewrite the Stars by Zac Efron and Zendaya. The Aggie Band is under the field direction of Drum Major Juan Baltazar. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the award-winning Albertville High School Aggie Band. the Albertville High School Band.
Hey folks, Tim Witt at Sand Mountain Toyota. Our goal is to be Sand Mountain's pre-owned vehicle destination. We strive to keep vehicles for every budget, and all of our vehicles go through a strict multi-point inspection by our award-winning service department. And don't forget, we're paying top dollar for your vehicle. We want to buy your vehicle. Sand Mountain Toyota, Highway 431 Albertville, or sandmountaintoyota.com.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
None.
Be interesting to see right here, the Albertville Aggie defense going to be on the field right out of the gate. Be interesting to see if the special teams coordinator maybe tried to come up with some kind of trickeration right here to kind of steal a possession, or we're going to see if we're going to allow our defense to do what they do.
High kick, short kick, and fair catch called for a 35-yard line. So they'll start 36.
There's a late one.
And they had great field position the entire first half. They had, one drive starting around their 30-yard line. Everything else was right around midfield or deep in their own territory. So this time they'll start 36-yard line, first down and 10.
And Coach Fleetwood, I completely understand him bringing, not that you wouldn't put the starters out here right now, but he talked about a couple of weeks ago when his team won that game against Bob Jones, Barry, just kind of the mentality of his team completely changed. And then with that big win over Mae Jemison last week, he's looking at Sparkman and Austin and those schools at Florence out in the distance and just wanting to keep that mental momentum rolling. Let's see what he does coming out of the locker room.
At first down and 10, McClung hands off, first man through long, right up the middle, 41-yard line. And a young man, Staten, I tell you, Julius Staten, to me, has played a well of a game because he's going up against two men bigger than him, but it hasn't bothered him one bit. He's played a great game tonight.
Well, Julius Staten's looking across at a senior and a junior, and Julius is a sophomore. Guys, he still got some – I don't even know if he's shaving a lot yet, but I'm just saying my man's doing a well of a job at the interior defensive tackle.
All right, second down and 6, fakes the handoff. McClung's going to keep it, rolls left side. Oh, he has popped. Wow. Felis said, "Can you Felis that one, Biggin?" He just drilled him at the 46-yard line. He nailed him.
That was a great job on the underneath handoff fake, and he kind of got this defensive end on this side bearing down. Quarterback pulls it like you're supposed to. Felis reads it, runs downhill, helmet across, textbook tackle, and nails him short of the first down, Barry.
Yeah, third down and a yard, 46-yard line. He knocked the McClung out of him, didn't he, Chris? He did. So third down and a yard, 46-yard line. Aggie defense coming out fired up here in the quarter. Hands off to Long, up the middle. He's barely, if he's going to get the first, I think they're going to give him a good spot. But the center of the Aggie defense, again, Ramirez is there, Staten's there again, Bagwell's there. The defensive line, I'm just going to say this may be, even though you've given up 27 points, maybe the best game they've played together as a unit all year.
The Albertville Aggie defense on the far left side has hailed.
Wow, they've given him a horrible spot. They're going to say fourth down and half a yard.
And looks like Coach is going to punt. Looks like Coach Freeman's going to elect to punt this football. 4th and a half a yard. Credit the far side. I think that was Reed Kitchens and Julius Staten's side of the ball was able to take in Ramirez.
High snap, almost got over his head. He pulls it down. What a kick.
Wow.
Backing him up inside the 20 to the 15. I think Huntsville really knew they could make it on 4th and a half. I think, honestly, they just wanted to work on the special teams.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because they haven't punted the entire game.
Yeah, I agree
Seriously,
with that.
I mean, the 4th and a half a yard with that offensive line, I think they knew they probably could have. I think they just wanted to, we got a 27-point lead. Let's just flip the field, push them back inside the 20, let the defense handle them.
Well, I would agree with that, especially when you look at the woes of the Aggies offense in the first half. I mean, Jink alluded to it coming out talking about the statistics of -9 in the first half. Why not punt them deep? Because when you did that in the first half, the Aggies, you stayed on their side of the field.
Aggies come out with 3 wide receivers. They put an extra man to block. Reese hands off to Gant up the middle. Maybe a yard, maybe 2, 18, depending on the spot. I give them a yard. So it's 2nd down and 9. They went to 3 receivers that time, Keith, instead of 4. Maybe they're going to try something we've been talking about.
Yeah, and if you'll remember back, you remember when Ben Bryant was here playing quarterback?
Yep.
Ben Bryant, when he was in middle school, he was so good at throwing the football. Something we would do is we would put that blocking running back beside him and would make a right or a left call with the offensive line. They were going to block the guy on the right shoulder or their left shoulder, and the backside guy was going to be left alone for that running back.
Reese fakes, rolls right side, throws it to his man, incomplete. That was his great defensive coverage off the fingertips of Hunter Smith. That was going to take a perfect pass and catch at the 30, and it was almost impossible to hook up on that play.
Yeah, Reese Knight, however, though, guys, I know that was a deep out route. I think if the wide receiver curls that out a little bit more or comes back toward the ball a little bit more, Barry, he's going to have a better chance of being able to catch that. But Reese Knight threw an absolute frozen rope here to the near boundary.
Great pass. Just good defensive coverage. Tough for Hunter Smith to get open. 3rd down and 9. Clock stopped. 9:25 to go in the 3rd. Huntsville on top 27-0. Aggies with the ball for the first time here in the 3rd quarter. Reese Knight turns, hands off up the middle. Had a hole for a minute. 21-22. There was a hole. Had he got past that lineman, there was a good 20-25 yards downfield waiting on him, Keith.
Yeah, the Mike linebacker had kind of blitzed himself out of the play. Nobody in the middle of the field. If he declared that defensive end, he may still be running guys. He might have run into a safety back here, but, yeah, that could have been a huge gain for the Aggies.
A gain of 4.
The speed coach that you just called a defensive end, that's a defensive tackle that had that speed to get back inside.
Wow.
All right, 4th down and, go ahead,
I know
Keith.
I went into the play a second ago when I said Ben Bryant. I meant Ben Allen, which Ben Bryant was a pretty good quarterback, too, when he was in middle school.
4th and 5. High kick, short kick, and 47-yard line. So, again, with the Aggie offense unable to pick up at least a first down, Huntsville, they're going to start on their 47-yard line, Chris. Wow. And we just keep handing them the ball inside their territory every time they start on offense.
And guys, this is exactly how the first half started with the Aggies, getting the ball first. Huntsville stopped them. The Aggies did get off a good punt. Huntsville was able to drive the ball, but turned it over on downs. But right now, you alluded to it, Barry, you cannot give this offense of Huntsville a short field all night long, and that's what's really kind of put the defense of Albertville's back against the wall.
McClung steps up under center, 1st down and 10 on our 45, turns, hands off to Long up the middle. He's going to be just stopped right at the line. Tyler Hadley again. Hey, Tyler Hadley has come in playing some good football tonight. He was the first Aggie on the tackle. I couldn't see who else helped him out, but a gain of only a yard.
Yeah, Tyler Hadley did a great job here along this near side defensive end. He saw the play going away from him, didn't watch the eye candy, played his job, scraped down the line of scrimmage. Great tackle for a gain of a yard.
2nd down and 9. McClung out of the gun. Looks right side. 8:10 to go 3rd quarter. Huntsville on top 27-0. Sitting on the Aggie 44-yard line. Now the play is in. McClung is ready. 2nd down and 9. McClung drops back. Looks, nothing there. Throws left side wide open. 33 to the 30. Stops, cuts to the sideline. Revolte will drive him out of bounds. He was wide open. Nobody within about 15 yards of him. 1st down, Huntsville.
Coach, wide receiver here along the near boundary looked like he was going to run a go. When the defensive back turned his back, he slammed on the brakes, and I think that's why he came so wide open. The defensive back just lost sight of where that wide receiver was going.
Yeah, when you're doing that, when you're running that little comeback, that's a perfect way to run it. What you want to do is run up the cornerback's feet And as soon as he breaks and he turns his hips, you put on the brakes and turn around.
25-yard line, the handoff to Long up the middle, fighting to the 23, 22, 21. Bagwell, Hatley again, and there's a late flag coming in. Some trash talking going on, and I'm afraid they may have caught one of the Aggies.
I don't know. Number 5 and number 4 was blocking one another down here. Number 5 had disengaged. But, guys, you've got to keep your head about you. And what happened right there is one of the defensive backs for Albertville punched or took, I guess you took, I don't know what you call it, where you take 2 hands and you just shove him right in the chest and did it right in front of the referee. Easy 15-yard personal foul. Barry, we can't have that.
No.
Yeah, it went both ways, though, guys.
Yeah,
He called it on
luckily.
both of them.
So neither team gets penalized. 2nd down and 6. Clock running, 7:19 to go in the third. Huntsville's heading on their 21-yard line. Carlin Long, their tailback, beside McClung. McClung turns left side, a little option, is going to pitch it back. Nowhere to go but down. Aggies will stop that play. Great defensive play that time by Emmanuel Hardaway, the first Aggie over there. He just checked in. Hardaway and Revolte helped bring him down.
That was a great job by Hardaway. My job's not the quarterback. My job is to look at that pitch, man. I don't care where. If this guy goes to Food Land, it ain't my responsibility. But the inside part of that did a great job, forced the pitch. Hardaway comes up, makes a great tackle. Textbook way to defend the speed option.
3rd down and 6. McClung drops back, has time. Here comes pressure. Throws to the middle, wide open, into the end zone, touchdown.
I think Isaac Henderson was dropping back into coverage. The inside slot receiver, that wing back, got behind him, and I really believe Isaac Henderson thought that he had safety help over the top because Henderson let him go once he got into the 3rd level, and Barry, he was wide open in the end zone. I think that was just a mistaken identity of a linebacker thinking he's got safety help over the top.
Well, that is so tough on the defense. They played so well.
Yeah.
Could not keep him out of the end zone, though. The point after kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 6:30 to go, 3rd quarter. Huntsville on top, 34-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank. They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Come experience Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater. We're a 130-acre park filled with adventure, from our indoor aquatic center and RV park, tennis courts, and our state-of-the-art fitness center and amphitheater. We offer youth and adult sports leagues for all ages at our first-class facilities. Whether it's baseball, basketball, group exercise classes, playgrounds, or your favorite band in concert, Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater has something for everyone. Join our effort to improve the health of our community and win the day at Sand Mountain Park.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Strikes again, the Gilbert Ball Ford scoring summary.
Huntsville did a great job there on the last drive of punting the Aggies deep. Defense gets the ball back in positive yardage. 4 plays, 47 yards. McClung to Hensley on a 21-yard touchdown strike with a little bit of a mess up on the back end of the Albertville Aggie defense. Extra point up and good. Huntsville extends their lead 34-0 here on homecoming Friday night in Albertville.
Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. Go see the difference where Fords really do cost less. If you can just get a first down or 2, that would really help your defense. Here's the kick back into the end zone. Piedmont leads Westbrook 20-0. Wow, Scottsboro leads Guntersville 10-0 at the half.
Oh, wow.
That would be a huge upset, I think, if Scottsboro. Aren't they playing that one at Guntersville?
Scottsboro, that's Scottsboro.
Are they?
Oh, is that Scottsboro?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That would throw that region up, because Guntersville A-Rab right now on paper, but hey, nobody told Scottsboro that you're out of it yet. They knock off Guntersville.
But old coach told me you had X's and O's and Jimmys and Joes. It's Jimmys and Joes that win the game.
Aggie football, 20-yard line, first down and 10. Gant in the backfield beside Reese Knight. 2 men wide left side, Colvin and Lowry. Smith wide right. Aggies just need to get something going positive. Hand off to Gant up the middle. Man, nothing there. That big defensive line hits the line, battles for a yard. To get a yard, it's everything the Aggies can do just to get a yard or two running the ball.
When you've got that big of a defensive front across from you, Coach, as an offensive lineman, you have got to keep your pad level low. You have got to get into their belly button or into their buckle of their pants, and you've got to drive your feet. Face mask in the numbers and drive your feet. And right now, they're just standing up, and the defensive line is stalemating the Aggies at the line of scrimmage, flowing and making a tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 9, sitting on the 21-yard line. Knight out of the gun. Here comes a blitz. Unloads, got his man Suter. The minute he makes the catch, he is drilled. No gain at all. First time they've thrown it to him, first time we've seen him, Suter with a catch, but no gain, third down and 9.
Supposed to have been a screen, I think, on the far side because they let everybody come through. But Barry, the offensive lineman, did not get out into their tracks quick enough, and the defensive backs and linebackers able to rally and make the tackle. The offensive line right now has got to get their act together.
That's just a good defense. I mean, they were waiting on Suter to make that catch.
Oh, yeah.
And at one-on-one, had he got by that one man, he got room. He didn't get by that one man. He got nothing. Third down and 9, 5:09 to go third quarter from the 21-yard line. Knight rolls right side, looks, has a man open, throws it back across the middle, got his man complete, short of the first down. That's a great pass by Reese. Hit Hunter Smith. Had he looked a little deeper, he had Lowry wide open the 35-yard line. Had he got it to him, that would have been a first down.
I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. I understand exactly what you're talking about, Barry, but when you got some folks chasing you back there,
get rid of it.
He's trying to get rid of it, and Hunter Smith did a great job of just finding that dead spot in the zone, making himself available to Reese Knight. Knight was able to hit him, and Barry, he only came up about 2.5 yards shy of the first down.
7-yard gain. That's one of the biggest plays we've had the entire game. It really is.
Yep.
It's fourth down and 2. High snap. Mateo, high kick. This is a good one. Like it went up and just hit some kind of jet stream. The ball is going to take an Aggie bounce to the 40. This may be one of the worst starts of the game for Huntsville. No kidding. They'll start on their own 40-yard line.
It'll be their second worst. Their first worst was their own 30.
You know the other team is doing well when they only have to drive about 50, 55 yards to score. And they've had most drives. They're starting inside their 30-yard line when they take over.
I thought that up man who was coming up to field the punt, I thought for a moment he was going to get up there and try to draw another one of those. Like we called it drawing a foul earlier, like you do in basketball. But he wisely got out of the way.
I was hoping it hit his foot right there.
Yeah, I was too.
4:13 to go in the third. 40-yard line, first down and 10, McClung. McClung, quick pass right side, got his man to the sideline, 45. They'll drive him out of bounds. Plunkett will push him out of bounds around the 44. Gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6.
Now McClung just gets it, quick ball out of his hands, gets it across to Hensley. Now Hensley's out there in space against the defensive back, him versus Plunkett. Plunkett does a great job of getting him out of bounds, but able to move the ball up for 5-yard gain.
Clock stopped, 4:10 to go in the third. 34-0 Huntsville with the ball again on the 45. Second and 5, McClung out of the gun. McClung turns hands off long up the middle, 47-48. Again, Staten grabs a hold and this rides to about the 40. Now that's close to another first down. You know, Huntsville is a good team. Huntsville's a good team. But from the teams I've seen so far, I tell you, I think Florence, Sparkman, and Alston, those three I think may be just a little bit better. It's hard to say which one of those three I think is the best because all three of them are better in their own way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that what makes Huntsville very good is just this big hog volley of an offensive line at every position. Sparkman big in certain spots. They're just big across the entire offensive front.
First and 10, hands off to Long up the middle. He is popped at the 45, breaks the tackle to the 42-yard line. I believe Felis hit him first, couldn't hang on, couldn't wrap him up. He's finally brought down after a gain of 8, second down and 2.
Barry, you know how you said it a few moments ago where you say we stay in the games for a quarter, quarter and a half, maybe 2 quarters, and then it would be – well, here's the thing. Right now, Huntsville's just running between the tackles.
Yeah.
And in a matter of 3 plays, they've moved it from their 40 all the way into the 42-yard line. Defense has got to stiffen their back.
Hands off to Long up the middle. Picks up the first down, 39-yard line. A gain of only 3. It's like they've just been – it's like a boxing match. You're in the 12th round now. You've just been body blow, body blow. They've just been wearing down a defensive line over and over because these big guys just keep pushing on you. That's going to wear you down eventually.
Trust me. Been there, done that, know what it's like to be on both sides of the football where you're the pusher and the pushee, and have been there before. But you alluded to it, Barry. When you run the football in a big boxing match, it's just like body blows.
Yeah, 39-yard line, first down, hands off to Long, stops, cuts back to the middle. Good tackle, open field tackle there. Hollis again made a good tackle because the running back stopped, cut back to the middle. He had a gap, but Hollis dove, cut his legs out from under him, a gain of 9. But Keith, can he see it from there? This like the defense beginning to slowly begin to wear down.
Yeah, that's been the tale of the season, guys. That's what happens. You know, we can play with everybody for a quarter and a half, 2 quarters. Maybe, you know, we get into the 3rd quarter, but the defense just starts to wear down.
Second down and 1, 2:08 to go on the quarter. Hands off to Long again, bounces left side, 30, 25 to the 20. Flags are down. You may finally get a hold. That's going to help. It would have been enough for a first down, but Long, again, now it's not just the defensive line. I mean, the secondary and the linebackers, like Isaac Henderson, first quarter, he's making them at every tackle.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, eventually, you've got to be wore out running from side to side trying to make tackles.
Yeah, he's been everywhere tonight on the field.
He sure has. I tell you guys, a future weapon, and you wouldn't really think that the guy might not be a weapon playing defensive tackle, but Julius Staten's only a 10th grader. John, does he not look like he could be a 0 in the next couple of years and 2 gap people? I mean, he's so big, he's going to get stronger. And what I mean is he's going to play right over the center, and he's either going to step right or left, and he's going to take on the block of the center and the guard, which frees up you to play another linebacker.
Second down and 5, hands off to Long again, bounces left side to the 30-yard line, 29. My goodness, boy, poor Anthony Hollis.
Yeah.
Big number 77 was out here blocking Hollis. That looked like Keith wrestling a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, he got him on the
ugly.
ground and gave him the business, too, over there. He finished the block. 77 looks like a college football player.
He
John,
does.
he got some offers somewhere.
He does. There's about 2 or 3 of them on the offensive line that do. Guys, I want to give credit right there to number 8, Elijah Felis. He had every right in the world to run around that block. He ran underneath and through the block to be able to make a great tackle there just shy of the first down.
Third down 1, the ball on our 30-yard line with about a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Huntsville driving up 34-0. Quarterback keeper straight up the middle. This follows his big center. 29-28. That'll be a gain of about 2. First down, Huntsville. They will unpile. It wasn't like the Aggie defense made a tackle. They had no choice, but they just kind of just ran and just fell on top of them.
Well, when your quarterback is a good, let's say he's number 2, quarterback's about 6'3", and then you're going to get behind an offensive line average is about 6'3", 270, 265, 270. On 3rd and 1, you should be able to eke out a yard and a half, 2 yards. It was 3rd and 1. They gained 2, moved the chains. They did exactly what Coach Freeman wanted them to do on that play.
28-yard line. 28 seconds to go in the quarter, and whistle. Is there a flag? Nope. Huntsville calls a timeout. Not sure why. We'll take one with them. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Huntsville up 34-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
Hey folks, Tim Witt at Sand Mountain Toyota. Our goal is to be Sand Mountain's pre-owned vehicle destination. We strive to keep vehicles for every budget, and all of our vehicles go through a strict multi-point inspection by our award-winning service department. And don't forget, we're paying top dollar for your vehicle. We want to buy your vehicle. Sand Mountain Toyota, Highway 431 Albertville, or sandmountaintoyota.com.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer. For service, I'd hear, come on, buddy, let's call Jim. So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bonds Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Welcome back. 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Huntsville called a timeout. Not sure why. Saw something you didn't like. Well, it's time to work on stuff you need to work on, because next week you got a big game against Florence. Anything you've seen that you're doing that you don't like, you want to work on that immediately and bring it to your players' attention, because this could be huge coming in next week when the game's maybe a little bit closer. You've got a 3rd and 1, something late in the game. Whatever they were doing, I don't know if they didn't have the right personnel out there. Coach called a timeout. Now they're ready.
Barry, whenever you looked over there, he was looking at the slot receiver, talking to the slot receiver, and I think they just, like I said, a little bit of miscommunication. Coach wanted to slow it down, talk about it.
First down 10 on our 28-yard line. Quarterback fakes the handoff. McClung rolls right side, looks, throws back across, got him. Wide open, 15 to the 10 to the 5. Ball is stripped loose in the end zone. Aggies recover, finally get a break. The ball is knocked loose. What would have been a touchdown had it stripped away. Keith, could you tell who stripped the ball out of his hands?
I think it was Isaac Henderson, guys. I know we've said his name a million times tonight, but from here it looked like Isaac might have got there right when the ball did. The guy made an offensive move, so it's definitely a catch. And then somebody looked like Isaac knocked that football out. That was the play they were trying to run previously. And just like John said earlier in the game, they brought 2 tight ends out there, and it is hard to keep up with those tight ends. He kind of ran free, but great play to knock that ball out and get it back in the end zone and get the offense back on the field.
Yeah, and once again, it was the tight end from this side, Barry. They rolled, the quarterback was rolling to the far boundary. The tight end here along the near side just ran a deep drag. Nobody went with him. So McClung throws it back down the middle, wide open, but credit Isaac Henderson never gave up on the play, knocks the ball out. Albertville has the ball offensively at the 20-yard line.
First down, hands off to Gant. Oh, he is close to breaking a 25-yard line. Again, a defensive lineman grabbed him as he went by. Had he got by the lineman, he had a couple of linebackers, Keith. I think he had another 10, 15, 20 yards.
I think the safety had been the first guy that got to him. I'd definitely get a first down on the play.
All right, third quarter is over. We'll take a timeout. After 3, Huntsville on top 34-0. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with people's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank. They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Come experience Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater. We're a 130-acre park filled with adventure. From our indoor aquatic center and RV park, tennis courts, and our state-of-the-art fitness center and amphitheater, we offer youth and adult sports leagues for all ages at our first-class facilities. Whether it's baseball, basketball, group exercise classes, playgrounds, or your favorite band in concert, Sand Mountain Park and Amphitheater has something for everyone. Join our effort to improve the health of our community and win the day at Sand Mountain Park.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally.
Ride that snake. Here we go. 34-0. Huntsville on top. Aggies driving. 2nd and 5. Reese Knight out of the gun. Quick drop. Right side. Got his man Colvin. Oh, foul. He is cut in half at the point he almost made the catch. But I like the play call. Had Reese thrown it lower, ran stomach high, I think you got a first down.
Well, he had to throw it to the outside, and that ball came back to the inside. Cooper Colvin had to turn his body around to catch it on his inside shoulder. Cooper actually made the catch, Barry, with his arms extended, but as he was bringing the ball into his body, the defensive back able to hit him literally face mask between the numbers and jar the ball loose around the far boundary. Wow, it could have been a big play.
That's the kind of call we've been talking about. It would have worked. Now the Aggies back to 4 receivers, and here comes about 7 Panthers on a blitz. Throws Hunter Smith.
Oh, wow,
tip.
he caught it.
Did Colvin catch it? It went through Hunter Smith's hands, but I think Colvin on the old tip drill made the catch. They're saying, yes, made the catch, 35-yard line, first down Albertville.
Yeah, the Huntsville coaches across the way don't like the call, but the back judge back here came in and backed his guy up. You said it, inside receiver. We knew that the blitz was coming. You throw where the blitzer was coming from. Reese Knight did that, went through the hands of the wide receiver, tip drill, Cooper Colvin. Guys, we'll take a first down any way we can get it.
First down 10, 35-yard line. Early fourth quarter, Aggies down 34-0. Knight hands off to Gatt. He has his legs cut out from under him at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. That was a tough hit right around knee high. I tell you, Gant is a tough young man. Keith, he's taken a pounding all year.
Yeah, he is. He's a go get that extra yard kind of a guy. He's just got that motor, and he's always had that motor. I started coaching when he was in 8th grade, and he's just always been that guy.
2nd and 9. I believe that was the Aggies' second first down of the game.
Yes, you're right.
Wow. Huntsville defense, it's tough. 2nd down and 9. Reese Knight. The snap, I don't know what happened. The ball did. What happened, Keith? I couldn't see it. It never got back to Reese.
Coach, did the ball?
Yeah, it looked like the ball hit the center in the rear end, and it was coming out. And never had a chance to get back to Reese on the play.
Yeah.
Thank God, though, I think Gant dove up in that pile, the running back, Barry, what could have been disastrous because Reese was trying to get there. Blitzer kind of cut him off. And, Coach, I think it was Gant that was able to dive on that loose ball.
If you're just joining us, you notice we're not mentioning Hayden Howard. Had some type of leg injury in the first half. Haven't seen him since. Reese Knight has taken over. So Reese has gone pretty much the entire game. It's 3rd down and 12, a loss of 3. Here comes the pressure again. There's a hold. He got his man, Hunter Smith. 45, midfield to the 40, to the 30, breaks a tackle. 25, 20 to the 10, stumbling and rumbling to the 5-yard line. He almost outrun the secondary, Chris. Well, I didn't mean to mess up your calculating over there.
Man, what a huge play by Reese Knight. They were bringing the house, Coach. Reese dropped back, stepped up in the pocket, found Hunter Smith, and Hunter Smith did the rest to get the ball at the 5-yard line. Great job, Reese Knight and Hunter Smith.
Aggies has got a gift. I saw one of the biggest holds I've ever seen on the left side. The Aggie lineman just pulled the defensive end by the jersey to the ground. And just pulled him, yanked him down right in front of the official.
It's not a penalty when you're down 34 points.
That's right.
I see nothing.
I'm just saying.
So
somewhere in the rule book.
That's a gimme. I think like golf, you get a mulligan on that one. So it's 1st and 5 from the goal. Hands off to Henderson to the 4, to the 3, to the 3-yard line, almost to the 2. Big Isaac takes it down, almost punts it in. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Do you notice, though, they get down there to the 5-yard line, a chance to put it into the end zone and be like, hey, Isaac, we know you've been playing defense, but congratulations, you just got upgraded to the running back corps. We need you in there. And the very first time he touches the football, Barry, 2.5-yard gain. Do it again.
Yep, do it again. 3-yard line they mark it. So it's 2nd and goal from the 3. 34-0. Aggies trailing, trying to get something on the board. Reese turns, hands off to Henderson again.
Wow.
Oh, he was tackled from behind almost. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Somebody, that time it was in the middle of the defense that made the tackle. A defensive end came around and made the tackle.
Well, it was number 40, Jordan Wimberly, a junior 5'10", 190-pound linebacker. They brought a blitz off of what would have been the left side of the Aggie offense. The defensive line did a great job of stalemating everything in the middle, and by the time Henderson realized what was going on with everything stalemated, began to turn to the outside, and when he did, Wimberly, that linebacker coming on the blitz, gobbled him up, knocks him all the way back to about the 3-yard line.
3rd down and goal. The Aggies may call a timeout. Play clock down to 6, down to 5, and that they're going to talk it over. And they'll call a timeout. We'll take a timeout. 8:05 to go in the game. 34-0 Huntsville. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay and is available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
If you need reliable family transportation, you need to see us. Every vehicle is warranted for the life of your contract and comes with a free Carfax. It's why we say,
The driving factor, beyond your normal buy here, pay here.
At Piggly Wiggly, we work hard to deliver the very best to you and your family. We offer only the top quality Black Canyon Angus beef, Swift natural fresh pork, grade A Kegel fresh chicken, smoked, processed, and frozen meat items. One of the most popular promotions at Piggly Wiggly is our Pick 5 meat program. Purchase a single pack of meat and pay our everyday low price, or purchase 5 packages marked with the bright red Pick 5 label for just $19.99. You get the best of both worlds, great quality meats and a super low price. You'll always find low prices throughout Piggly Wiggly.
8:05 to go in the game. Aggies coming out of a timeout, 34-0. Huntsville on top. Aggies on the 3-yard line. Best drive of the game after a great run by Hunter Smith on the catch. Almost outran the defense for the touchdown just minutes ago, John.
Just a few moments ago, Reese Knight, just literally an all-out jailbreak blitz. Reese Knight steps up in the pocket, finds Hunter Smith. Hunter's able to spin out of the original tackle and then take it literally from about the 42-yard line of Albertville all the way inside the 5, and that's where Albertville camped out at on 3rd down.
You got to change the play call now. They're waiting on Isaac up the gut. We'll see what the Aggies do. 3rd and goal from the 3. Reese Knight rolls right side, quick drop, throw to the middle.
Ooh.
Nope. Hunter Smith, did he make the catch?
Yeah.
He made the catch, and that was a great play call. It was a great play call that they're going to try to get him out on a quick out, and Hunter Smith's able to catch it, and I think he's going to take himself out of the game. A linebacker that had him in coverage when he caught him came down on the back of Hunter's legs very awkwardly, and he's kind of gingerly making his way off the field.
He's probably tired from that pass play a few minutes ago,
Yeah.
seriously, because he ran, 60 yards, almost took it to the house. So he's going to check out there. They're going to go for it. Yes, they are. You got to go for a touchdown. You're on the 4-yard line, so it's 4th and goal from the 4. Henderson from the Wildcat, the snap to Isaac, to the 3, to the 2. They're pushing and shoving, and they're not going to get in. They got down to maybe the 2, the 2-yard line. The Huntsville defense stops, keeps them out of the end zone. Huntsville takes over on downs.
Yeah, the offensive line, I thought they were going to get a little bit of a surge in Isaac Henderson following, I believe it was Gamp, the kind of the lead blocker off the right side of the offensive line. And Barry, I thought that he got into the 1, and then Huntsville kind of stalemated it there, pushed him back, but they're going to give him the 1.5, maybe the 2-yard line. But credit Huntsville. They stopped Hunter Smith inside the 5-yard line, and then their defense turns the Aggies' offense away 4 downs inside the 5.
Keith, it goes back to Huntsville's this huge defensive line. The Aggies just could not shove them back far enough.
Well, it's like John was talking about earlier. You know, they may not have the most complete team or the most talented team like some of the other 7A teams we've played, but they're just huge.
Yeah.
I mean, size, on the offensive defensive line, especially when they've been beating on you all game, that's going to come out in their favor.
McClung comes in under center, hands off. Long tries to bounce it left side to the 3, to the 4, to the 5, to the 6. A gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Huntsville. They're on top 34-0.
This is when it's a big advantage, Barry, of having a line that's about 6'3", 270, because you're down here in the shadow of your own goalpost. The Aggie fans asking the defense to keep them down, but what do? Just hand off to the running back behind those big hog mollies and gain 4 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and 6, 6:46 to go. Huntsville leading 34-0. McClung hands off to Long again, 10, 15. He's popped at the 15-yard line. Evan Jordan, one of the first Aggies there. There's a Huntsville player with his helmet off downfield. And don't forget, we'll be naming the Aggie player of the game. And to me, I think you've almost got to vote for one of the Aggie defensive linemen. I think the defensive line is maybe, I know the score is 34-0 if you're just joining us, but trust me, if you've listened to the whole game, you'll know that the defensive line, they played one heck of a game.
My vote right now would go for number 92, Colton Bagwell. I think he's played a well of a game on that defensive end.
Even Mr. Staten. I think
Julius
Staten,
I think you put your vote in there.
Yep. So we'll be naming that coming up. It's 1st down in Huntsville. Hands off up the middle. The ball popped loose. He may have fallen on it. It was tripped as he went by one of the Aggies. Somebody's tripped it out of his hands. Let's see who's got the ball. I think Huntsville comes up with it. And they do a gain of 4 after all is said and done. So it's 2nd and 6. Almost another turnover for the Panthers.
Yeah, great job there. And speaking of Colton Bagwell, I think it was number 92 that reached that big paw back inside and able to rip it loose. And, man, you talk about really quick with Christian Ramirez nearly had a chance at that ball. Huntsville running back just able to gobble it up while it was on the ground.
2nd down and 6, 21-yard line. Quarterback hands off to Long again. Nope, new back in the game. 25 to the 30. Flags are coming down. 35-yard line. New back on the play. They got Samari Jabbar, but there's a flag way back at the 21. Yep, holding. So, Keith, what do you think? Player of the game? Who are you going to toss your vote to?
Y'all nailed both of them. I think it's a 1A, 1B situation with Colton Bagwell and Julius Staten. I'm for either one of them, guys. We want to get a coin out and flip it or something like that.
We still got 5.5. Maybe one of them makes a big play.
I got you.
How
about the last 2 plays when the ball's hit the ground for them? It's acted like a basketball. It's bounced right back up into their arms. Like it's a round ball out there.
So Huntsville on the penalty. They're going to push it back inside the 15-yard line, back to the 12. It's 2nd and 14. Hands off right side. There's Bagwell. A couple of Aggies there on the tackle. Who helped him out? Ramirez. Ramirez is another Aggie who's had a big game. The entire defensive line, it's a shame. I think Herva Wins has got to take the other 2. Let them share a chicken wing or something with them.
Yeah, them big boys, a chicken wing just make them mad.
Yeah.
It's a 3rd down and 11. 4:38 to go in the game. 34-0 Huntsville. And if you missed it earlier, Sawyer West is their Albertville Papa Doobie Student Athlete of the Week. Does great in the classroom and on the field. He's going to pick up a gift card from Papa Doobies in Albertville. So thank you, Papa Doobies, for making that possible. 3rd and 12, quick pitch, left side, stops, cuts, the 15 to the 20. He's going to be wrapped up around the 15, 16-yard line. I thought that was a flag, but that's just the shoes of one of the Huntsville players. Oh, here comes another flag. Havis and one of the Huntsville linemen got into it over there on the side. The lineman was about 15 yards downfield blocking. He and Havis tangled up. And I guess, is it both? Yep. Same thing. They both get a personal foul penalty. So it's going against both of them. So basically no penalty at all. 34-0 Huntsville on top. It's 4th down and 12, so Huntsville will have to punt it away. Let's say, or is there 2 flags? Because it's back to. Did they move the ball back? It's back at the 18-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 12. I think Huntsville will punt on the 2nd time of the game. Clock running, 4:02 to go in the game. Huntsville on the road next week against Florence. We'll be on the road at Grissom next Friday night.
Hey, credit the defense of Albertville. I mean, once again, now I know we were aided by some penalties, but guys, they stopped us. We kept them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside their own 20-yard line. That defense once again did its job.
Good punt. It's wobbly, going to take an Aggie bounce up high, and it's going to stop just past midfield. So with 3:34 to go in the game, it's 34-0. Huntsville on top. Aggies will take over. Halftime, it was 27-0. Second half, Huntsville's added 7 points. And if you're thinking, well, they took the starters out, no, starters played the entire game.
They have, yeah, hadn't took them out
I bet you coming into the game, I bet if you asked most of the Huntsville players, they thought by third quarter, all the starters probably be on the bench. Everybody else gets to play tonight.
Yeah.
Didn't happen.
No.
Well, and going into halftime, it could have been a 14-7 or a 20 to. I think they had 20 right there, right before they scored again on the deep one at halftime. But could have been a 20-0 or 27 ball game, and you got you got a ball game defense playing a heck of a football game all game long, and just wearing down.
All right, 47-yard line, Aggie ball. Reese Knight hands off to Gant up the middle. Good run, 50, 49-yard line. I think they've added a few new faces in the game now for Huntsville. I think they've taken some of the ones out. Aggies pick up a gain of 3. I tell you what, player of the game, we'll ask Norm here, Tara, right here. Let Norm be the tiebreaker. What do you think?
I think
between
that's a good idea.
Between Bagwell and
Julius
Staten.
So it's second down and 6. Aggie ball on the 49-yard line. 3:04 to go in the game. Aggies 2 men wide left side, down 34-0. Reese turns, hands off up the middle again. Gant has got some room, 45 to the 41-yard line. Aggie offensive line opening up some holes. They've taken all the starters out for Huntsville, giving their twos a chance to play. Some Aggies pick up another first down.
Yeah, and credit Coach Fleetwood. I mean, I think Coach Fleetwood's a really classy guy. Had the opportunity to talk to him about his program over the last 2 or 3 years, and really had a chance to talk to him at length on the sidelines before the game today. And I think he's trying to build a classy program, and right here, letting those twos get out there and have some chance to play here late in the game.
41-yard line, first down and 10. Knight turns, hands off to Gant up the middle, 38, 37, 35-yard line. You know, it just hit me if you got Coach Fleetwood and quarterback McClung, they go to one of these camps. You got Fleetwood, Mac.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
So, you got them in the house.
That's why they call him the GOAT, ladies and gentlemen.
Fleetwood, Mac Clung.
You've been thinking about that the whole game.
It took me till now. It's been a long day.
Oh, come on.
You do 5 hours of baseball, man, your butt's tired.
Oh, wait.
All right, 1:51 to go in the game. Aggies second down and 5 from the 35-yard line. Reese back to pass. Throws right side. Cooper Colvin down the sideline. Goes up in traffic.
Got it.
Did he catch it?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, they called it a catch.
He got it. 8-yard line. Cooper took a shot, too. Hope he is okay. He made the catch, was hit by 2 Huntsville Panthers, but he hangs on. First down, Albertville.
What a great throw by Reese Knight. He's got to put it over the defensive back, but put it right in a bucket because the safety's coming over the top. Cooper's able to gobble that ball in and takes a shot from that safety coming over the top, but a great pitch and catch between Reese Knight and Cooper Colvin.
That was a great pass by Reese, right on the money. First and goal, 8-yard line. Reese pressure's coming, hands off to Gant up the middle. They got him by the back of the jersey and sling him around down inside the 8 to the 7. It'll be second and goal now from the 7-yard line. 1:10, 1:09 to go in the game.
I tell you guys, if I was Reese Knight, I'd do a hard count right here.
Yep, I agree.
They'd be running back.
They're coming. They're coming. They're just waiting to come around the end and try to sack him.
Yeah.
These backups coming in, they want to get them a sack. They want to get in the book. Cooper Colvin wide right side. You got Hunter Smith and Connor Lowry wide left. Second down and goal from the 7-yard line. Reese drops back. Pressure's coming. Throws to the end zone. No flag. Did he make the catch?
Whoa.
Did Colvin almost made a one-handed diving catch? That was close to being defensive pass interference. But then again, they got some of the best defensive backs I've seen this year. Those 3 right there on the field that time are good. Very good.
That was another good thrown pass by Reese Knight, too, right there. It was on the money.
Only Cooper had the chance to make the catch. It does stop the clock with 33 seconds. Now it's third and goal. Just love to see him get some points on the board.
Yeah, exactly.
He almost had an Odell Beckham moment right
there.
He
did. It was almost a spectacular one-handed catch. Here comes pressure again. Hands off to Gann again, fighting to the 5-yard line. That is it. Aggies have 2 timeouts. They need to at least put it in the end zone one more time. It's fourth down coming up. At least take one more snap. They're going to call a timeout and take a snap.
You know, some people would say, why are you doing this? But I think, Coach English, I mean, 2 times your offense has had the ball inside the 10-yard line. And there is a huge difference when you go to practice on Monday or go to practice tomorrow. Barry, there's a big difference between 34-0 and 34-7, just mentality speaking.
Absolutely.
You know, and if Hayden Howard's dinged up a little bit, then, you know, you're going to have Reese Knight. And Reese being able to get the ball into the end zone and score that touchdown, that could be big for the psyche of this football team as we get prepared, you know, next week to go on the road at Grissom, a game that's winnable. You'd love to put some points in the board because that is a huge mental thing, getting ready to go to practice against Grissom.
Yeah.
Absolutely proud of these guys. There's no quitting these Aggies, man. I tell you, they got a ton of heart. You know, they're mentally tough. You know, they're just maybe a step slower than the teams we're playing. I tell you, Christian Ramirez walked down to me a second ago and gave me a hug and said, Coach, I gave it everything I had. And you know, another one of those defensive linemen that's played a heck of a football game.
And he did.
And you just feel for these kids. I mean, it just breaks my heart.
All right, 4th down and goal from the 6-yard line. They're sending 8. Reese drops back, pressure, throws to the end zone. Did he get it? Smith, he made the catch, but he did his knee touchdown before the goal line. One official is
touchdown.
They're showing touchdown, Albertville. Hunter Smith, diving catch. How about that pass, Keith?
It was on the money. Reese has thrown a couple of really good ones in the second half right here, you know, giving a little bit of time. And, hey, Hunter Smith's an athlete, okay? You know, when he gets the ball in his hands and he's got a little running room, you know, he can make big plays. We've seen him do it before. But a great catch, great throw right there by the Aggies.
34-6, 16 seconds to go, make it 15.7 to go in the game. Now for the point after, Mateo with the kick. Good snap. It's down, it's in the air, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 15.7 left. Aggies on the board. It's 34-7. You're listening to Aggie Football on Power 107.5.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay, and it's available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
Established in 1946, Kirkpatrick Concrete has a tradition of top quality products and service. They now have 11 North Alabama locations to meet this area's demand for quality ready-mix concrete. For your next project, your friends at Kirkpatrick Concrete are just down the road.
Gilbert and Ball Ford and Albertville scoring summary.
Yeah, after forcing Huntsville High School to be able to punt the football, the Aggies go 6 plays, 53 yards. Knight to Smith on a 6-yard slant, extra point up and good. And at least we may not have won the game, but at least the home crowd gets to go home happy with a touchdown here late in the game for a happy homecoming.
Great job for Reese. I mean, he's took a pounding. He's done come and did a fantastic job. Hayden Howard's quarterback him, but he came in when Hayden got hurt. He's done a great job.
Yeah, Reese Knight, over 100 yards passing and a touchdown. You can't beat that.
Absolutely.
And Barry, with a couple of big tackles on that last drive that forced Huntsville to punt, I'm going to put my vote in the camp, player of the game. Let's give it to the sophomore, Julius Staten. I think he did a great job tonight anchoring down the interior of that defensive line.
Well, I'm proud of the defensive line. They played great tonight. So
does that sound good to everybody?
Absolutely. He'll pick up a gift card courtesy of the Legends of Albertville.
Guys, always remember that Legends will say, why be average when you can be legendary? Also remember that they're open late, 11 o'clock tonight, to be able to help all of those that are leaving the game and headed out for some food at the end of homecoming.
High kick, returnable, 10, 15-yard line. They're going to wrap him up around the 13-yard line. And one of the first Aggies was Hunter Isbell. So with 10 seconds left, take one snap and it should be over. 34-7, Aggies will drop to 1-5. Huntsville 4-2. Next week, Huntsville travels to Florence, and the Aggies on the road to Grissom, a team that the Aggies beat at Grissom last year.
and should have a pretty good, I mean, if you talk about a team anywhere on our schedule that we should match up with in 7A, that should be one. Barry, you just called the tackler Hunter Isabel going down there. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I got to do the PA for the JV game. If I called his name out once, I called it out 15 times. Look for Hunter Isabel to be a big player in the future of Albertville Aggie football.
We always call his name out, especially special teams 2-3 times a game.
Defense,
sophomore.
He's gotten a pick this year.
Yep. And Huntsville will take a knee. So homecoming, not a happy one for the Aggies, 34-7. If you're just joining us thinking, well, just another one of those games. Well, in a way it was. The fact that the defense kept the Aggies in it, like we said. The end of the first quarter, it was 3-0. 3-0 at the end of one quarter. It was 13-0 midway in the second quarter. So with a quarter and a half, it's a ball game, 13-0. Then the Aggie offense couldn't move the ball, gave the Huntsville the ball in great field position time and time again, putting the defenses back against the wall. The defense responded many times, but it's just too much to keep on responding every time. They finally, they just kind of got tired. 34 points later, they lose at 34-7. But, hey, the defense, I know, yes, they gave up 34 points, but I don't know of many defenses you put out there, and when they're faced with the other team starting on their own 30-yard line almost every time in the first half, I mean, most teams will probably score twice that many points against you.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, look at Huntsville. Huntsville High School started at the Aggie 40. They started at the Aggie 30. They started at the Aggie 23 and the Aggie 27. Barry, when you start talking about like that, I mean, the defense is behind the 8 ball in 2 times.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373.
Hello, I'm Leslie Wright, and I'd like to welcome you to altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler, where we offer discounted certificates to the area's best restaurants, attractions, and more. To purchase certificates to any of the businesses you see featured here on the show, visit our website at www.altrav.net. Go to the Merchants page to place your order, and your certificates will be mailed out the following day. So without further delay, let's go to a participating merchant video.
We're pleased to welcome the return of local restaurants to our lineup of Altrav discount certificates. Get out and support local business. We especially encourage you to remember our locally owned restaurants. They certainly will welcome your visit. David Harden and family welcome you to Wildcat Cafe, conveniently located across Highway 431 from Guntersville High School beside Foodland. Many of you remember David from his years at Guntersville Bowling Center, and particularly their snack bar. And a few years later, he opened his own restaurant, Tin Top Diner. And now David, along with his daughter Lindsay and son Patrick, own and operate Wildcat Cafe. Their specialty is fried or grilled chicken fingers along with their popular JoJo's and the original dipping sauce on the side. They're available as a snack or by the plate with your choice of drink and other delicious sides like coleslaw, baked beans, pinto beans, fried okra, potato salad, french fries, onion rings, or corn. You decide, and your plate is prepared fresh to order. Other popular menu options include old-fashioned hand-patted hamburgers and cheeseburgers. The hamburger steak plate topped with seasoned onions and Dale seasoning is another popular choice. Wildcat Cafe also offers Barry's barbecue sandwiches or plates with sides. Salad choices include side salads and house salads, which you can have topped with your choice of chicken fingers or barbecue. You're always welcome to dine in or call ahead for your takeout orders. Wildcat Cafe also offers a convenient drive-thru for your to-go pickups. The Hardin family extends a special invitation for your family to visit Wildcat Cafe, where you're always greeted with a smile and prompt, friendly service. They're located at 14164 Highway 431 across from Gunnersville High School beside Foodland. Give them a call at 256-486-2233 and be sure to like Wildcat Cafe on Facebook. They're open to serve you Tuesday through Saturday for lunch and evening dining along with a Sunday lunch. And don't forget the kids. There's a special menu for them also. Wildcat Cafe, great food in a family dining atmosphere. Now visit Horizon's altrav.net website for your discount certificate to Wildcat Cafe and other popular local restaurants, shops, and attractions.
You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Since 1986, BG's restaurant on Baltimore Avenue in Albertville has been serving up their famous chicken fingers, burgers, and other short-order menu items. Brent and Gay Raines founded BG's as a family-run business. As the family has grown, so has the business, and everyone remains involved as they continue the tradition of fast, friendly hometown service. BG's is probably best known for their hand-breaded, tender and juicy chicken fingers, but there's something on the menu for everyone. They offer a great selection including burgers, sandwiches, basket combos, and ice cream treats. And now the convenient drive-thru window makes it so easy to grab your favorite meal and go. Simply place your order at the speaker or call ahead for even faster service. BG's popular homemade signature chicken sauce is now available to the public. Buy it at the restaurant or pick it up from your favorite grocery store. BG's chicken sauce is great on chicken, burgers, salads, fries, veggies, and lots of other foods. BG's is open from 9 till 6 Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. For a complete menu and more, visit their website, www.bgsrestaurant.com. To purchase this week's BG's Altrav discount certificate, visit our website, altrav.net.
Where do you go to find good stuff at great prices? Little Lots in Boaz, where there's lots of name brands for lots less. Owners Tony and Nancy Walker have come across so many deals that their original 26,000 square foot building wouldn't hold it all, and they've expanded into other stores in the same plaza. Each store is different and features special buyout deals. With a total shopping area exceeding 40,000 square feet, you can come to spend the day shopping at Little Lots, browsing the aisles of good stuff at great prices. There's not only great prices, there's a great selection on lots of different merchandise. The Flowers and More store is also filled with special items for every day or the next holiday. Room decor, table settings, saddles, and more, all priced to move. Better not delay, the best selections may go in a hurry. New items are still arriving, so shop now and shop often. Little Lots in Boaz, great stuff at great prices. You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.